to introduce themselves. This year, in order to run, the girls had to complete an essay with the prompt being, what's your favorite part about being part of this community and what would you do to improve it? They also had to go through a business casual interview with unfamiliar judges, so they did a really great job. First, we'll go ahead and let Isabella Kimberlin introduce herself. So she's going to tell us her name, her grade, what she likes to do, and her favorite part of the festival.
Hi, my name is Isabella Kimberlin. I'm going into my senior year. I play volleyball and show pigs and sheep, and my favorite part about festival is hanging out with family and friends.
Hi, my name is Autumn Fry. I'm going into my senior year as well. I'm involved in track, powerlifting, and volleyball. My favorite thing about the festival is definitely the fireworks.
Okay. We would just like to take a minute to thank all of our donors and sponsors that helped us out this year. And if you're ready, the 2025 Fireman's Festival Queen is Autumn Fry. Congratulations, girls. Thank you.
The most mind-blowing, most talked about, most explosive polling circuit in the United States is here tonight, the OSCPA. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Howard Hastings, and the Ohio State Tractor Pullers by Unleaded 88 want to welcome all you polling fans here tonight for the heaviest motorsport on wheels. Feel the noise, hear the power. Great to be here at the Greenwich Fireman Festival 50th anniversary event. This OSCPA poll. But first, ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise to give our motorsport prayers Mr. Harvey Burton, OSCPA lineup man from Wayne County.
Heavenly Father, we just thank you for being here, allow us to have a good time, and we just thank you for this beautiful day, and we all have to acknowledge you as Lord. Thank you
you, Harvey. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please join me and the Ohio State Tractor Pullers by Unleaded 88. A couple months ago, Greenwich firefighter Mr. John Saunders lost his life in the line of duty. He was a big part of the Greenwich Fire Department, this festival, tonight's pool, and mainly tomorrow night's pool. He ran that pool, and he also pulled his truck. What a great guy that the community lost here in Greenwich. Please join me in OSTPA in memory of John the distance for Bulls Gold, 246.402. 246.402. Still in the lead is High Strung at 277.872. Our next character coming up, ladies and gentlemen, is Kevin Schmucker. He is a grain farmer out of Louisville, Ohio, over in Stark County. Kevin Schmucker driving a John Deere 7830 with a Riverside engine. It's called Get Her Done. On deck is Brian Deppen, Redline Express. In the hole is Danny Schmucker on Rampage. Yeah, once again, you must walk clear around. You must walk around the finish line to get over to the other side. They're going to keep the west end blocked off for safety reasons for fans crossing the track. So I just wanted to give you a heads up. But right now, we're waiting for Kevin Schmucker, ladies and gentlemen. He is 65 years old, has a wife, Debbie, and they had 2 children, Danny and Kelly. And Kevin has 4 grandchildren. Here comes the John Deere 7830. Get Her Done is up next. Also, don't forget to follow the Ohio State Tractor Puller by Unleaded 88 on the official website at www.oscpa.com to check out the latest point standings, the schedule, all of our great sponsors, once again at OSTPA.com and OSTPA on Facebook. and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce a good friend of mine, a fellow announcer from FullPull.live, Mr. Dan Mayer is here alongside. We're going to work together tonight. Dan?
All right, well, thank you very much, Hog, and what a run we just saw there, fans. Where's our John Deere fans here
there for Kevin Schmucker. Get things rolling here tonight.
All right, the distance, 332.232. 332.232. That is a new leader at the Kill Marketing Leader Flag. Good run for Kevin Schmucker. Also, just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, 340 is a full pull tonight. 340. Anybody past 340, we will flag for safety reasons. But right now, we got Kevin Schmucker, get her done in the lead at 332.232. And coming up next is Brian Deppen, ladies and gentlemen. He's out of New London, Ohio, a big green farmer. Has a wife, Kim, and 2 children, Melvin and Chastity. And Deppen Motorsports tonight, they got 4 Pro Stocks in the house. And up next is the Case International 380 with a Riverside engine. And it's called the Red Line Express. On deck is Danny Schmucker on the Rampage. In the hole is Hayden McCoy, Smoking Deer.
All right, so very top running international right here. Now this tractor came out of the state of Kentucky, a national champion tractor. And so far, you're really on in our show. We are working that left side of the track. Now each and every competitor out there has that option where they spot that set on the start line. You can put it anywhere you want between those white lines. You'll notice there's an orange cone behind the judge. And right now we've been open that left side of the track. Let's see who's moved around here as the night moves along.
So yeah, Deppen Motorsports here tonight with 4 Pro Stocks. Brian, he'll be driving 1. His son Melvin will be driving the Deer Tracks Attack. And Hayden McCoy, a crew member, will be driving Smoking Deer. So first time out this year for this tractor right here, the Red Line Express. Last night we were down in Mount Gilead, Ohio at the Morrow County Fair Summer Pool. And Deppen's had 2 Pro Stocks down there, the Haymaker and Dirt Tracks. So tonight they added Smoking Deer and the Red Line Express. So all 4 of Deppen tractors here tonight. Our competition tractor tonight is Joe Metzger. Our starting flagman, Rob McConkie. Our finish flagman is Chris Solzner. So we got a good OSTPA crew here tonight. Our tech official is Leroy Brown. And we are ready for Brian Deppen, New London, Ohio. Case International 380, the Red Line Express. Deppen and the Red Line Express. And that's got a good run there for Brian Deppen. That's going to be good for second place at 3:19.744. 3:19.744. And the Ohio State Tractor Pullers by Unleaded 88 would like to thank the Greenwich Fireman's Festival OSTPA sponsors, Richland Laminated Columns, JBJ Plumbing and Heating, Cornerstone Merchandise, Northern Hill Machinery, FullPull.live, SSI Superchargers, JR Barnett Trucking, East of Chicago Pizza, Jim 2 Chimney Service, Carrie and Deb Conley, the Deppen Farm, L&RB Trucking, Fleisch's Straight Hauling, Sandusky Steel and Supply, Roll and Polishing, Marriott Unlimited, T&M Earth Moving, Dirt Collector LLC, JAK Racing Engines, Zimmerman Repair. Just a few of our bunch of sponsors that we'll plug here tonight.
All right, fans, so it looks like Schmucker should be making his way to the start line here. Of course, Dad leading the way here. A great run of 3:32.23 with the Get Her Done down here. Of course, the Schmucker family for so many years. I'd have to say, probably one of the longest running competitors here with the OSTPA would be Kevin Schmucker.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This next tractor, the Rampage, it came out back in 2005. But man, it's had a lot of updates, and it keeps getting stronger and stronger. But it looks like we're going to be skipping him. We'll see what the deal is. Looks like we're going to Jeremy Smith. Spontaneous combustion. Yeah, we're going to skip to him. Jeremy Smith, his second tractor on the Challenger 1038, our defending point champion. And he is currently #1 in points. So spontaneous combustion is coming up.
All right, fans, so that Caterpillar last night, Mount Gilead, Ohio, finished up in that #2 spot. Great class of pro stocks last night as we continue this four-event streak here in July 4th weekend. Here with the OSTPA boys.
Yeah, this is a good run in pro stock. I believe he got 11th out in Farley. Just missed the cutoff by going to the finals. Here comes Jeremy Smith, ladies and gentlemen, our defending point champion, the Challenger 1038 with a Cyclone diesel performance engine, spontaneous combustion.
Driving, boy, I'll tell you, right up against that chalk line all the way down here.
Yeah, that was a good run by Jeremy. Don't matter where the sled goes, as long as the tractor stays in bounds, and that's what happened there. Good run for spontaneous combustion out of Medina, Ohio. That's going to be good for second place, 328.346, 328.346. That's going to put him in second place right behind Get Her Done. Also, some other great sponsors we'd like to thank: Ruggles Incorporated, Bucks Auto and Hardware, Pro Truck Repair, TGL Earthworks, Bar gentlemen, thank you. Ashland Tractor Sales. Mark Schaefer Excavating, thank you. Poland Implement. Bauer Towing. CJM Fabrication. JS LLC. R&D Farms. Edwards Excavating and Concrete. Oni's Milky Way Farms. Truck Pro out of Greenwich. J-Star Equipment. Thank you to all of our great sponsors. And FullPull.live. Thank you. Coming up from Deppen Motorsports. Hayden McCoy lives in West Salem, Ohio, but he helps out with Deppen Motorsports, and he's driving the John Deere called Smoking Deere with a Riverside engine under the hood. Schmucker to get it done here, our leader at 2:32:23. As he is our leader, 10 place stop here tonight. Great field has made their way here out to Greenwich here tonight. We're glad you fans have decided to come out and spend your July 4th with us, as we have got just an excellent field of competitors all the way through here tonight's show. Yeah, Dan, and just like last night, we were down in Mount Gilead. You were there with me. What a crowd tonight. I mean, this is even bigger, I think. Yeah, absolutely. And a beautiful July 4th evening. So Hayden McCoy, first time out this year in the driver's seat. Remember, Kevin Schmucker, get her done in the lead at 3:32 and some change. Also, we'd like to thank Jimmy Mack for building our pulling track tonight. Jimmy Mack, thank you for doing a good job, and all of the Greenwich firefighters. And we're ready to go at the 8 Pro starting line. Hayden McCoy from Deppen Motorsports. A John Deere 8335R. Smoking Deere. Not a bad job, his first time out here in 2025. And the distance for Smoking Deere, 255.936. 255.936. So Schmucker and Get Her Done still in the lead at 3:32. Hey, pulling fans, the only thing that has much octane as an Ohio State tractor pull is what comes out of the blue handle unleaded 88 at your local station. It's live performance because it's made with Ohio-grown corn. Saves you cash and keeps your engine running like a champion every time you fill up. Unleaded 88, ladies and gentlemen, a big sponsor of Ohio State tractor pullers. The corn and soybean checkoff. Visit their website at 88.com. Thank you to Unleaded 88. Our next bowler coming up, it should be Melvin Deppen, another tractor from Deppen Motorsports. The Deere Tracks Attack, a John Deere 6030. Made a good run last night at McGillian. On deck will be Brian Deppen, the haymaker. In the hole, Mike Linder Brothers. And then we still have Schmucker and Rampage. They're having some issues getting the Rampage started. Yeah, we take a look back in the pit area, back in the staging lanes, and you see the Rampage with the hood up back there, so they are attempting to get that tractor up and going here tonight. So no doubt take a mechanical drop here, and we will see him at the tail of the field here tonight with that Rampage. Also, the Ohio State Tractor Pullers by Unleaded 88 would like to thank the National Tractor Pulling Championship in Bowling Green, Ohio for being a circus sponsor. Their big pull is coming up August 14th through the 16th in Bowling Green. Go to their website at www.pulltown.com. Put on by the Northwestern Ohio Tractor Pullers Club. Thank you to the National Tractor Pulling Championship. So Melvin Deppen, he enjoys riding snowmobiles, jet skiing, and doing a little bit of deer hunting. He green farms with his father, Brian, in New London, Ohio. Graduated from the New London Vocational School back in 2019. He was OSTPA Rookie of the Year in 2018. Here comes Melvin Deppen from Deppen Motorsports. A John Deere 6030. It's called Deere Tracks Attack. No doubt that tractor just shot right across the track there. Tough luck, round of applause, fans, here tonight for Melvin Deppen with that Deere Tracks Attack. Man, I tell you, that is 10,000 pounds headed to the cement wall, and a good thing he got out of it. It was drifting hard to the right. Well, we can see where he wanted to go out on the track, but no doubt he didn't expect it to go over that quickly for him. So real tough luck there for him here tonight. Just about up against that right-hand chalk line here. Yes, and we got word from track officials, a DQ. His right front tire hit the white line, so a DQ for Deere Tracks Attack. And the Ohio State Tractor Pullers would like to thank Egg Proof. Egg Proof for being our starting line sponsor on the OSTPA circuit. Pro is ready to help with your parts, sales, and service for all your residential, agricultural, and commercial equipment. Stop in today and visit Pro at one of 35